Well, immigration is really a federal issue, uh, but there's collateral damage, if you will, to Texas when the federal government doesn't take action in trying to address the immigration problems that we have in our country. And it's always difficult to talk about immigration in terms of public policy, in terms of merit, because anytime you talk about the immigration issues, it becomes very politicized. I mean, we know we have probably around 11, 12 million undocumented people here in this country. Most of them work as maids, they work in labor, contractors,
Hotels?
hotels, cooks, a lot of work that American natives will not do. But the issue is, I mean, how do we deal with this problem in a sense that, number one, they don't take jobs away from Americans, but number two, identify and recognize them so that we can share and benefit from the labor and having pay the proper amount of taxes. But it also causes a problem because when the state tries to deal with these issues, sometimes they use a bludgeon approach instead of a scalpel of dealing with this issue. For example, we have a problem with they want to pass sanctuary cities to eliminate sanctuary cities. Well, that's just a term. And you politicize the issue so quickly that there's a distortion of what happens when someone who's undocumented is arrested for a crime. Under law, if you're arrested for a crime, you have to be checked and processed to see if you're in this country legally. And as a consequence, there's a push to pass these laws to give authority to police to be able to stop anybody and ask them if they're a U.S. citizen or to provide proper documentation. Well, that means they're going to profile. I mean, they're going to be stopping Hispanics regardless what you look like, except they're going to say, well, you look Hispanic and you're here in this country legally. And this profiling, the Supreme Court said you can't do that. There was a case out of Arizona, you remember where they did that. So for us, it's trying to find a balance, the right approach. Here along the border, we have border security. It's a big issue. A lot of the people that come in across that are undocumented are not Mexican nationals anymore. They're Asians. They're from Central America. They're from South America. It's a whole group of people that we need to be vigilant, and we understand public safety. But how do we deal with it without overkill, without really not using common sense and good public policy to deal with these issues? If you look what's happening in the campaign right now, here's Trump, the candidate, talking about building this wall. Well, it's not realistic. I mean, you can build a virtual wall where you have sensors, where you have cameras, where you have spy planes, if you will, drones, which is appropriate. But in terms of just building a wall, how do we educate the public? Most of the issues in terms of immigration are not here. They're mostly up in the northern states. And it's an uphill battle for us to present a true picture of how we live here along the border and how we are in South Texas and how we're really joined as family.